Have you ever heard of somebody who abducts little boys?
Room below's got some horrible smells.
We don't want to go in there.
What are you doing?
Complimentary room service. There is that.
Hello and welcome to another Dollar Store Drive-In. I'm your host, Laura.
I'm Joel.
And we're the Newly Deads. If this is your first time tuning in, welcome to the show. This is a half-hour chat show where Joel and I talk about a movie that we've watched. If this is not your first time, welcome back. We appreciate you joining us, and hopefully you're enjoying the program as much as we enjoy recording it. But if you want to find out more information about us, who the heck we are, and maybe things that we do, you can go to our website, which is thenewlydeads.com for all of your Newly Deads needs. On that site, you're going to find information about this show and other shows that we do. So we do lots of different things. So Mr. Newly Dead does unboxing videos. We also upload Sinister Snack videos. Every Friday, he uploads a video called Dollar Store Drive-In Classics, so you can see some of our older episodes. And you can find all that information on there. We're also artists, and we do different events. Usually we do one every single year, which is called the Witches Market, and it's the first weekend in October. This year it's going to be on October 3rd. That is put on by Wolf Hollow Events. They are located here in the Rockford area, but the actual event happens at the Boone County Fairgrounds. It is a really fun event. There's like over 170 something vendors. I always change it every week. I think it's like 150 to 175, something like that. But they've got all different kinds of vendors, artists, makers. A lot of them are witchy themed. So they've got tarot readers and food trucks and witches dances and all sorts of stuff. So yeah. And, you know, sometimes they have different kinds of events and things like that too, instead of a witches dance. But anyways, that's just one of the things that we do. So if you want to check that out, I'm sure Mr. Newly Dead will put the information up there about that, and you can come say hi to us. But that's not why we're here. We're here to talk about a movie that we watched. We do have some criteria for the movies that we watch, so that way we can keep it all on the same kind of even keel. Yeah. The criteria that we have is the movie needs to be under $5, hence the name Dollar Store Drive-In. We always try to keep it on the cheap. It needs to be a horror, thriller, or sci-fi genre movie, and it needs to be a movie that neither of us have ever seen before. This week, we happened to watch a movie called Python. I kept saying Python when we were watching it. 60 Feet of Pure Terror. This was an interesting one. I've got a lot of notes, and I'm sure Mr. Newly Dead does too, but
I do.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to read the synopsis, so that way we can get the feel of the movie, and then he's going to play the trailer. Before we usually play the trailer, he does a little segue. So I always like to pick like the trailer that he does the segue for, so you'll see what I'm talking about here in a second. But let's do a bicycle, because there was a lot of bicycles, like with bicycle helmets and things like that in it, so that was pretty funny.
Bicycles and yeah.
I've never done a bicycle, I don't think. So,
I think so.
We'll do a bicycle.
Motorcycle, no bicycle.
Motorcycle, yeah, but not a bicycle. So maybe do a little ting ting like bell or something like that. That'd be kind of cute. But I'm going to read the synopsis so that way we kind of understand what the movie's about, and then we'll move on from there. So, move over, Anaconda. Python's got bite, says channel2000.com. All right. Scientist Dr. Anton Rudolph has engineered the perfect killing machine. The world's first massive genetically enhanced python, mistakenly unleashed in a small American town. That's funny that they said it was it was really like a nondescript like town.
Yeah, they didn't say.
Yeah. This unstoppable creature with a voracious appetite is raging out of control. As the massive python gobbles up the locals one by one, it is up to Special Agent Parker, to conquer nature's ultimate terror. If you enjoyed movies like Lake Placid and Anaconda, you'll eat up Python. That's a fun synopsis. Oh, there's some outtakes. Did you know that?
Yeah, we didn't watch them though.
No, we did not. We watched the whole movie though.
And they had a whole thing just about different kinds of anacondas.
Yeah.
They had a whole little bit about different types of. That's
Interesting. Interesting.
you know, those old DVDs are just like, find something, stick it on there.
Stick it on there. Yikers. All right. Well, we're going to, at this point, pause the video from when we're talking here, and then we're going to play the trailer, and then we will be back to talk about it. So we'll be right back.
Handling like a sled. What the hell's going on back there?
The hold down straps are tight, Captain. Oh my God.
We know the flight originated in Southeast Asia, but nowhere in the manifest is there so much as a mention of exactly what it was you were transporting.
What we had was something unique. An evolutionary chimera.
You ever seen anything like this before?
Bodies have been found here and here. This is our target. Time to put your baby to bed.
You don't have enough men.
I warned you it was intelligent. In simple layman's terms, what was it?
A very big snake.
Now, nature's perfect killing machine is on the loose.
Won't burn, can't shoot it.
Out to feed.
Let's just say there's this little big thing after us.
And we're the prey. Casper Van Dien and Robert Englund.
No one else dies because of this thing. Do you understand that?
I just hope your snake here does.
That's not gonna hold for long.
Python.
Dude, you got me out of bed for a snake?
And we're back. Mr. Newly Dead has something in his hands there. What you got there, Mr. Newly Dead?
I got notes. So whenever we watch a movie, I'll take notes digitally, and then at the end of the year, Mrs. Newly Dead, we'll collect them all, put them into a flip book, and then you can check them out on our aforementioned website. 2023, 4, and 5 are all available currently. 2026 will be available after the end of the year. So you can go check that out once that's available. Now, Mrs. Newly Dead has also committed to taking notes this year. Once again, she's at 100%, second year running. And will you see those? I don't think so.
Probably not.
We'll see. Also, when we're taking notes, a lot of times we will draw something in the margins. And so I'm going to show her what I drew here now.
You drew a snake. Pew pew. It's got a gun. Oh my gosh. That's funny. I drew
a snake.
I drew a snack face.
He didn't have a gun in the movie, by the way. But
No, but I think that's pretty funny, actually.
I did write snack.
Snack hug. Yeah, that's funny.
That's how he did kill people. Hugging.
Hugging. Oh, I also drew a tattoo.
Oh, there's some bad tattoos in this movie.
Yeah, there was a dagger tattoo that was like weirdly placed on this lady's neck, I think.
Neck.
A neck.
Yeah. So Python is from 2000, currently sitting at 3.7 out of 10 on the Internet Movie Database. This is directed by Richard Clawberg, who is known for Iborgs.
Iborgs? Oh, okay.
Little Chicago, which I don't know what that's about. Some shorts and TV. Nothing really to speak of. Not a huge resume. This is written by a few people. We've got Philip J. Roth, who also wrote Robo Shark, which it's got to be somewhere in the collection.
Classic.
They also wrote Boa, not as in the feather boa, but in as another snack. We've also got Shark Hunter, which sounds like something we probably would watch. Something called Prototype. And then a movie called Interceptor Force, which is a horrible name for an action film.
Interceptor Force.
Yeah.
Sounds like not a fun day at the doctor's office.
This was also written by Chris Neal. This was their only writing credit. And then it was written by Gary Hirschberger, who wrote this, plus one thing that's in pre-production. He's mostly an actor, which I looked at his acting credits, and there's not a lot of those either. So making his way in the world today. Takes everything you got. Oh. This stars one, Robert Englund.
That guy.
Yep, who was Freddy Krueger in a bunch of Freddy movies. 7 to be exact, as well as reprising the character for Freddy's the Freddy's Nightmares, the TV show, and he was on one episode of that TV show where it takes place in the 80s. The Fendelbergs. No, I don't remember what the name of the show is. The Goldbergs.
Oh.
Yeah. He was on one episode as Freddy in the Goldbergs.
I did not know that.
He also played in the first thing that I saw him in was V, the miniseries and the series. He was in that show as the good alien.
You like that show?
I do. It's on the shelf back there. He was also in the Charles Bronson movie St. Ives. He was in Galaxy of Terror with Sid Haig, the Roger Corman classic. He was in The Mangler, which just got a Vinegar Syndrome release, which is currently sitting on the shelf. And he was in 2001 Maniacs, the remake of the Herschel Gordon Lewis classic. Then we have one, Casper Van Dien, chewing the scenery like no tomorrow. Who you may remember from a better movie, I should say, Sleepy Hollow, where he was a little less affected.
Mm-hmm.
He was in Beastmaster 3.
Nice.
Yep. Shark Attack, which we've done a review on this show before, which you'll see him in the post credits. I always mention that because it's him talking to Ernie Hudson. Yeah, so stick around for that.
Yeah.
He was in Dracula 3000, the pseudo sequel to Dracula 2000, which we've also reviewed on the show. Not 3000, but 2000. And Shiver, which we also reviewed on the show.
Oh, yeah.
Yep, Casper Van Dien's almost the patron saint of the show. He's taken over for Joni Durian.
Yeah.
Then we have one, William Zabka, who when I was trying to say his name last night, Laura was like, what? She kept repeating it back and didn't hear me. I wasn't saying it very clearly, to be fair. Who you may know as Johnny from the Karate Kid franchise and Cobra Kai, which, in my opinion, Cobra Kai is basically a show about Johnny, and he almost becomes the good guy, and he's really the best part of the show, in my opinion.
Yeah. He does a great job.
Sweep the leg, Johnny. He was also in Python 2, which I'm hoping we can review someday. We don't have it in the collection yet, but...
He was? Or is?
He is the only one that returns.
Oh.
He was in the Rodney Dangerfield classic, Back to School. He was in Hot Tub Time Machine, which is a fun movie if you've never seen it.
Mm-hmm.
And Cross, which is a weird, low-budget superhero movie, if you can call it that, about a guy who gets his powers from a Celtic cross.
Weird.
Yeah, and there was a bunch of them. There was like 4 or 5 of them, the whole franchise.
Interesting.
I think Brian Austin Green might play the lead character, if I remember correctly.
Oh.
I'm not sure. I'll put it up here. Then we've got Jenny McCarthy in a minor role, I didn't realize, who was in Scream 3.
Minor role, but and not on this one, but on the one that I found, she's like one of the main things on the top, and I'm just like...
There was a lot of
She
folks.
was in it for like 5 minutes.
And
yeah.
She was not at her best.
No.
She was also in Basketball, which is... I like that movie a lot. It's a
Yeah.
fun movie. And Scream 3 was not the best in the franchise. It's probably the worst one, actually. Things to Do in Denver When You're Dead, which if you've never seen it, great 90s movie. She was on the show Singled Out, which is where most people remember her from. And she was in Santa Baby 1 and 2.
Yes, she was.
Christmas, which...
Gotta love it.
I don't think we watched Santa Baby, but we should add that to the list.
We
this
should
year.
add it, yes.
And then finally, I'm mentioning my boy, Sean Whalen, who...
Did a phenomenal job.
who was one of the better parts of the movie, which I told him on his Facebook page. He was in The People Under the Stairs, which you always got to mention that. Then, of course, Twister. Got to mention that.
Yep.
Oh, Laura will punch me when the camera's
Yep.
off. He was in a very fun role in That Thing You Do. He was in Never Been Kissed. I don't remember who he was.
Yeah.
It's on the shelf, though. And he was in his own movies that he is... One that has been released called Crust, which is about a killer sock monster. And that he wrote and directed and starred in.
Crust.
Yep. And he's got one that he's currently shopping around right now that is in production. I think it may be done and he's now taking to the festival circuit, but it's called Swipe.
Cool.
So he's a busy dude. I do have to also mention that there were some other people in this that I didn't put them in the notes, but we have Mickey's dad from Shameless. You've got one of the people from Children of the Corn.
Yep.
Somebody from Star Trek The Next Generation.
Yep.
Somebody from Vacation.
Yep.
Somebody from Adventures in Babysitting.
Yep.
Somebody from Back to the Future. And the voice of the snake was done by Frank Welker, the man who is the voice of Scooby-Doo and Fred. From
Really?
the animated series.
Really?
He did the voice of the snake, which the snake does not talk.
He just does a lot of yelling.
A lot of noises.
Yeah.
And
so you didn't say Will.
Will who? Hey, Star Trek
Wheaton?
The Next Generation.
Oh.
Yeah. Will Wheaton is a main character.
So weird.
But yeah. I didn't name names, but yeah, I named their biggest projects. So this movie's an hour and 40 minutes, which is shocking to me. I thought it was going to be like an hour and 20 something, and it was not. It was a sci-fi original. It was before sci-fi was sci-fi. It was when it was still SCI-FI instead of SYFI.
Yeah.
And while they were still allowing nudity and swearing.
Yes.
Because there wasn't a lot of nudity, but there was some nudity.
Yeah.
More than typical for your average sci-fi movie.
There's boobs.
There is boobs. There's also a song in it called Stinky Stinky Ashtray by a band called Damn. There was a lot of needle drops of songs we've never heard of that
So weird.
But that one, Laura's like, is he saying Stinky Stinky Ashtray? So I hit my phone to pull the song up, and
that's the name of the song.
Yeah. I don't even know why, because there wasn't anybody smoking, was there?
No.
Yeah, I don't think that anybody smoked in the movie.
It was such a weird placement.
And it played for like...
Over and over and over again. The entire scene was playing Stinky Stinky Ashtray.
And then they reprised it later. I don't know why, though. I don't understand.
It was when Jenny McCarthy was on screen.
Maybe...
That was like her theme song.
And she didn't smoke. Maybe the director wrote the song? I don't know. It was or he had a deal.
It was weird.
There was a weird double ponytail that Laura kept questioning why there was a weird double ponytail.
Yes.
Now, we mentioned Casper Van Dien earlier on, kind of chewing the scenery. The dude had a weird mustache, and I don't know what that accent was. It was a choice, is all I got to say.
Yeah.
But
I said that he looked kind of like Freddie Mercury, like kind of, he had the mustache thing going on, and like it was a weird, I think he was supposed to be maybe German or something, or I don't know, Southern, but it was like Southern drawl, but with like a weird European accent kind of thing thrown in.
like New Orleans via Germany or something.
Something. It was weird. It was really weird. Yeah, odd.
And if it would have been curly on the end, he would have twirled it. Like if he would have had, because the way, and he's already got a little bit of a higher pitched tone to his voice, but he was like, hey there, like doing the Oscar voice when he's like, they got the seeds in the dirt. It's just weird.
Yeah. It's really weird. There were so many people in this movie.
And Jenny McCarthy her makeup looked awful, and she was trying to be like
a gold diggery kind of like weird. Yeah, she had she already has blonde hair, but she had a blonde wig on, and she was just doing like this the whole time, kind of like was sticking her teeth out weird. I'm like, okay, is this supposed to be a comedy?
I don't think so.
Like she was playing it like that,
Yes.
And I'm like, I don't know. That whole scene was really weird. Nobody phoned it in though, man. They Jenny McCarthy played that character, even though it was a bad character.
She was all in.
She was all in, and everybody was just in it. Like you said, Casper Van Dien was like in
I'm
it.
committed to this voice now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how long did it take before the snake showed up? Like, before you saw it?
32 minutes before we finally saw the actual snake itself.
Now there was a kill within the first like 10 minutes of the movie, but
Yeah, but you didn't see it.
You saw a
You
snake.
just heard like screaming and yeah.
But
You
not-
did see a snake in the beginning, yeah, because this woman had a boa constrictor.
but not the snake.
Not the snake. Yeah, or a python. It was like, I guess it might have been a python. I don't know. What was it?
I thought
What
she
did
said
have?
it was a python, but she might have said, I think she might have said a boa, because a boa constrictor, like a ball python, are pretty common, like
Yeah.
snakes that people own. So it might have been like a ball python, but
I'm not a snake person, so I don't know all the different like. I'm sure that if you're a snake person, you're probably screaming at the screen and like being like, I don't know about these people, but yeah, we're not snake people. Like,
Dylan, if you're watching the show,
yeah,
watch
tell
the
us the
movie and
difference
tell us.
between a python and a boa constrictor. Are they the same thing? No, they're not.
Our friend Dylan is a huge reptile guy and
owns
multiple snakes.
multiple snakes.
and
Yes,
always has them with him.
yes.
Incidentally, this snake is like, the head of the snake is almost as big as a full-size man, like 5.
It's like
10,
the size
5,
of a
6 foot.
small car.
Just the head, though.
Just the head.
Yeah.
And then
So,
the body itself is like the size of, I don't know,
semi. I don't
at
know.
least a semi.
It filled up that entire garage.
Yeah.
How did it get from point A to point B in the suburbs of whatever city, Springfield, without getting seen?
Right.
That's what I want to know.
Yeah. Well, and like the guy goes in his garage and he's like, "Oh man, those kids must have trashed my car, like broke the windshield." And then he moves a box and he sees like a little bit of a tip of a tail, and then this enormous freaking snake that's bigger than the house like comes around the side. Like how is it hiding? There was a pile of boxes, but like that would not have like hidden that enormous size of a snake.
No.
Yeah.
He Honda'd that car.
Yeah.
And then there's a scene that we're just kind of jumping around here, but there's a scene where they send the military in to kill the snake, and they just are shooting it, bazookaing it, mortaring it, whatever, just throwing everything they've got at it until they have nothing left. And then the guy goes over there and he's like, "We've been shooting the skin. It shed its skin." I'm like, how did you not notice that it was just a shed skin and not
Yeah.
moving?
He's like, "We got it." And he's like, "You sure?" He's like, 100%, we got it. And he goes over and he's like, "See, look." And he's like, "That's the skin." It was so cheesy.
We were like, what?
And like this snake is like impossible to kill.
Yeah.
They blew it up. They stabbed it. They shot it. They blew it up again. And like nothing phases this thing.
Because they talk about how it's impervious to like bullets and stuff, yet they keep shooting at it.
But the main guy, the
bicyclist.
the bicyclist guy, the slips, grips, and rock shacks guy, he apparently, everybody else gets like torn to shreds or like vomited acid all over them and like turned into a skeleton with like some meat hanging off of it within seconds. And he is faster than the snake.
On a bike, not in a car.
No,
even.
on his feet.
And then on his feet. Yep.
And also stronger than the snake, because the snake has him pinned down and he's just literally just like punching it. And the snake's like, oh, you know, like it's such a cheesy cheese ball movie.
Yeah.
It's so worth it though, to like with all the actors and stuff in it, just because I was like, isn't that blah, blah, blah? Yeah. Yeah. And then like he said, Will Wheaton is in it, and he's got like bright pink hair. And I'm like, who is that? I know who that is. And he's like, Will Wheaton. I'm like, oh my God.
He's playing a dude
He also
girl.
had his nipples pierced in it and like a weird ball chain thing. Like, oh my gosh.
A weird choice.
It was such a weird movie.
Now, we do have to mention a scene where they're riding their bikes to get away from the snake. They hop on their bikes and you're like, you're going to go as fast as you can, right? No, they stop to put their helmets and sunglasses on.
I'm like, what? Why would you have time to throw on your helmet, buckle it up, put on some goggles, and then like ride your bike away?
For like 100 feet. And then you get in the bunker and you take them off again.
Yeah.
Just a lot. we don't want to spoil it because it is a fun watch. So we do recommend, I think, probably that you watch it. But we're gonna jump to the end here because. Did you have something else?
I had one more. Like there was a scene where William Zabka and the other main character were fighting.
Oh yeah.
And it's like, oh my god, it's very like Karate Kid kind of
combat.
Yes, stage combat. But I've never in my entire life seen a fight end by going down a tube slide.
Yes, they did. They're fighting into a playground in the park across the street. They get up to the top of the slide,
kicking him,
and then they throw each other down on the ground. But there happens to be a slide there, and they go down through the tube slide and out into the sand, and then
they just laugh and giggle, and then they're friends.
They're besties after that. They get matching tattoos and puka shell necklaces, and then they go sweep everybody's legs. It's crazy. No. So I wrote down guts. I'm not going to get into that, I think. But so in the end, somebody, we won't say who does, but they wrap it up. You know, Snake's gone and everything's hunky-dory. And they're like, okay, this person's in the FBI now. And this person now has a bar and a gift shop. And this person's pregnant. And this person has
a bike shop.
Yeah, like a snake thing. And then at the end, it's like, okay, so where's the sequel come in?
Yeah.
They didn't leave it open for a sequel.
Well, yes, they did.
Did they?
Kinda.
Because after they kill the snake.
Because, okay, so,
Freddy Krueger.
Yes.
Robert Englund, yeah.
Yes, yeah.
He gets his redemption.
He had a little mini snake.
That he was carrying around with him, yeah.
Uh-huh.
And he's like, here, take my
baby.
Oh, do you think that one was also part of his experiment?
You never know.
That makes sense. I don't know. It was very... Oh, and let's not forget one other thing.
Oh my God. This girl was like, where's it at? And then she's like...
I didn't even write it down. I just drew... I just drew little quotes. I didn't know what else
That's her
to say.
snake.
Like notifying them that the snake is...
Yeah.
So, note to self, when
and
you see
she's
a
pregnant.
snake.
And then she goes like this to him. Oh, it's so cheesy.
But it's a good kind of cheesy. Like, it's what you want. And, yeah, the people
It
that were
is
in
what you
was-
want in a cheesy sci-fi movie.
Because sometimes the sci-fi ones are a little laggy.
Yeah.
This one was definitely
Yeah.
like, all right, let's go. And off they went. An hour and 40 minutes. Just
Yes. So do you have final thoughts?
I do. This was big, dumb fun. And there's a Python too.
I said, pretty sure this is a comedy. Definitely worth seeing it for the cast. It's got it all. Yeah.
Yep.
All right. So the way that we rate these, instead of saying, 5 stars or whatever, we usually say out of $5 or less, how much would you pay to see this movie again? And you can go as low as you want, but you can't go over $5 because this is Dollar Store Drive-In. So what would you give it out of 5?
I landed at $1.50.
I'm giving it $2 because it was so silly.
I'm like, $1.50 to me is worth watching again.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. That was good. All right. So if they don't want to watch this movie, what do you recommend?
Well, it's pretty easy to go this route, but I wanted to go a little bit off the beaten path. So most people are like, oh, you're going to recommend Anaconda, right? The original? Nope. We're going with 2025's Anaconda because that one is what I think this could have been if they leaned into the comedy aspect.
Yeah.
Because so it's probably recommended to watch the first Anaconda before you watch the reboot, so to speak. But you don't have to. But yeah, that one they lean into the comedy and you still have a giant snake and it makes a little more sense.
Yeah. Good times. All right. Well, what are we watching next week? Oh, am I blowing this up?
That's up to you. He was blown up in the movie, so.
That's true. We're going to blow it up.
Twice. Poor snake. So this is from 2018. You're going to get excited when you see the cast.
2018?
18, yep.
Mm-hmm. Gothic Harvest. Oh. Yeah, I'm very excited. A voodoo curse won't let them live or die. I'm very excited. I'm not going to say who's in it. You'll find out next week. It's a short synopsis on here, though.
There's a lot of photos in the back.
Yeah, that's weird. The photo on the back is weird. Okay, when the sun goes down, the party heats up with Mardi Gras. This picture on the back is not Mardi Gras at all.
Nope.
Yeah, okay. Sorry. With Mardi Gras in full swing, a group of co-eds drink the night away, completely unaware of the evil hunting in their midst. After one of them is lured away by a charming local, her friends race to find her before she falls victim to the sadistic Southern family plagued by a centuries-old voodoo curse. Wow.
Not a comedy, I'm sure, but
wow.
you got some
Shark
genre.
Eye Productions.
You got some genre staples in this movie.
Yeah, you do. Man. All right. Well, I'm excited. We'll see how it goes, but yeah. All right. Well, that's it for our show this week. Hopefully you enjoyed it. We enjoyed watching Python. I did not fall asleep, which is always a good plus. It's been a while since I've done that. Yeah.
You've been doing good.
Yeah. Anyways, thank you very much for watching us. And until next week.
Keep it cheap and creepy.
Doesn't mean you should go chasing the dead.
It may be your robot, but it's my house.
I want to get a close look at these sharks.
Sounds dangerous.
Well, I'll be careful.
You're like a girl, you is. You're a sissy. A coward. Dickwad.